Going live. And we are live. Aloha. It's Antonio with hypnosisproductreviews.com. Today I've got Ken, my friend Ken Guzzo, here to talk about his talk at Hypnothoughts Live. How are you doing, Ken?
Doing fantastic here in California.
I can definitely not tell. I can see the certificates in the background. How is California? How's the weather?
We're getting rain. El Nino, thank you very much. We need you. You send them over?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, one of my jokes with all the tourists when I find out they're from California, I'll like point to the sky. I'm like, hey, you guys know what that stuff falling from the sky is? And they all laugh like, what? I'm like, it's rain. And then that kind of dawns on them. So let's get cracking and talk about your talk at Hypnothoughts.
Okay, so we're talking today, I believe, about my 3-day post-conference class at Hypnothoughts.
Oh, you know what? Actually, right before we get into it, I want to talk about something that you helped me with last year. Everybody knew I was at Hypnothoughts. I was a smoker, and I got ribbed relentlessly. Adjust it here. I got ribbed relentlessly for being a smoker. I think I told you. I know Steve Rain ribbed me. You ribbed me. You guys would grab my cigarette, snapping it, and finally at the end of the conference, I'm like, dude, I need to quit. So it's been the last day I smoked was the day we left Vegas.
Yeah, congratulations. That is awesome. Awesome job.
You know, people say you save a lot of money. I don't really save money because I've got a much bigger appetite now. I can at least I can smell and taste food, which is a good thing.
Well, you know, interesting with my process, my clients don't gain weight. The reason people gain weight is usually because there's a voice in the back of their head saying, have a cigarette, have a cigarette, have a cigarette. And so the mind's looking for something else to stuff in their mouth so they won't smoke. With my process, my clients actually, on average, lose weight, release weight, because they have more energy because they're not poisoning themselves. There's no conflict going on in the mind, so they just get on with their lives.
Interesting. So speaking about your process, let's fire away and talk about that.
Sure. Well, by popular demand, I'm offering my Smoke and Hypnosis 3-day post-conference smoking cessation specialist certification. I'm offering it again with a 40% discount for the reason that it was so popular. People were requesting that I do it again. So it's back for one final time. And when I look around at all the wonderful hypnotists in the world that I've met, and for the most part, I believe these hypnotists are doing very good work. They're very skilled, and yet I see that not a lot of them are making the money they should be earning for doing this wonderful work. We're transforming lives, and hypnotists deserve to thrive. So back in 2006, when I opened the Bay Area Non-Smoking Center, I left a very good career in the technology sector to go into business for myself again and to start a hypnosis career. But I wasn't going to sacrifice income to do that. I wanted to bring all of my business background into my hypnosis with me. My consulting background and the from sales and business, obviously the art of communicating with people as well. And the program that I put together, in addition to, well, first of all, the most important is that I've helped nearly 5,000 people now stop smoking in one session with no drugs, no withdrawal, and a lifetime guarantee. That's first and foremost. The process has a proven 90 to 95% success rate. So we're getting the results. And in the program, I teach people to do exactly what I've been doing. My clients happily pay $5.95 per session. Actually, I'm raising my prices this year for the first time in 6 years. It's going up to $647 per session. But the great thing is it solves the problem in one session. My business has been a 100% referral for over 5 years now. And my clients book online, they pay online, I show up, they show up, they get the result. And for 5 years, in the days of social media, I've been averaging 5-star reviews everywhere online.
Brilliant. Yeah, speaking of the reviews, I was just watching a video when you had the all the Yelp reviews on the wall, which is a great convincer when people walk into your office.
Yeah, that's actually a way better background to have. There's my small tribute. Actually, I should, since you brought it up, let me carry this over. I've got this on my laptop.
Make sure the laptop isn't plugged in.
Yeah, I just unplugged it. So nobody cares about these certificates behind the wall. Like, that's why I've got them kind of in a hidden wall in my office. But I've got a 4 treatment room office, and this is what people care about. You know, I just bought 100 frames. You can see down there, and this wall will be covered with 5-star reviews, mostly from Yelp. And in this room, this entire wall will also be covered from floor to ceiling with 5-star reviews from Yelp. And well, since I'm taking you on a tour,
you know, it'd be interesting if you had somebody. If you had, you always get somebody that's not happy with the service. Take the one review, throw it off in the back wall, and that's the one person that isn't happy.
Well, and this is the treatment room where all the magic happens. So I actually do couples together it's a wonderful shared experience. So, go ahead.
Question. Is there anything that you can show, since you're kind of roving around, anything in your class? Maybe you talk about having like certain things on the wall, other convincers that you can show people in your office.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as most of the hypnotists out there know, there's 2 ways to create a hypnotic trance. One is by fatigue, and Antonio, the other one is
induction, or my swinging hair.
Yeah, your swinging hair that causes overload. So most hypnotists are out there creating trance through progressive relaxation, and that's nice, and the clients are kind of expecting that. But the most powerful way to create trance is through overload. So when people come into my office, they're getting message units all the time. Everything that I do in my office is purposeful and methodical, and therefore it's duplicatable. So yeah, there's message units going all the time. We're overloading the system. I'm turning upside down everything they thought they knew about nicotine and addiction and tobacco, along with dispelling all the myths and misconceptions about hypnosis, which most of the people out there are already doing. But yeah, I'm loading up with message units, and then I take them through a neurological process, which again overloads the system. We clear the problem from the nervous system on a cellular level. My clients already know that they're non-smokers before they sit in the chair for the hypnosis. And that's a powerful way to begin your hypnosis session with the client. The nervousness is gone, the anxiousness is gone, they've got full rapport with me, they're relaxed, and they fall even more deeply into the hypnosis. So the answer is yes. I've got, you might not have been able to read that when I walked around, but at the very top there, I've got a little sign that says, a big sign that says, change happens here.
Yeah, I was able to read that.
Oh, yeah? Okay, good. At the bottom, it says nearly 5,001 success stories. I actually made one that says nearly 5,000 success stories. I thought I ripped that one up and it said 5,00001 because yeah, it's so
if you have an even number, and an even number almost sounds kind of ridiculous. It's almost like with pricing schemes to do like $97.97 or $97.97.
Yeah, but it's that one that they know that that's themselves.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. So that, so my office is set up. I don't need to have a 4 treatment room office, but this is made to resemble, this is here in Sacramento, by the way. I've also got a huge boardroom outside where I host my trainings. So this year I'm going to have 3 smoking cessation trainings, one in the spring in May here in Sacramento. That's 4 days. Then hypnothoughts, which is 3 days, and back here in Sacramento in November, which will be 4 days again. The 3rd day, I'm gonna be giving a lot of pre-conference materials, videos, and I'm going to be starting class about a month ahead of hypnothoughts, so that people get the concepts down prior to class. So the skeleton is laid down, and we can add the meat. Because when you're in front of me at hypnothoughts 3 days, I want it to be practice, 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 so that we're getting the techniques down. We're understanding why the techniques work, how they work, and massaging your understanding and experience with it, so that when you finish class, it's not that you got to take it home and practice it. At the end of class, I want everyone in the room to know that they can see a smoker the next day and help them transform into being a non-smoker.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, it sounds like you're going to have. Are you going to be like laying the groundwork before hypnothoughts? So it sounds like you're actually going to be maybe giving them course material, maybe doing like an online thing before the actual conference.
Yes, I'm going to be. I give videos and documents and a lot of information ahead of time. So really, what we're doing in this program is different. I'm not just teaching a technique. I am giving you everything that I have and that I do to get the results that I get, so that you can duplicate what I've done. So all the marketing, all the practice management, the neurological protocols, the hypnotic protocols, everything that I do, including the music, the forms that you can put your logo on, everything that I have, I'm giving that has to do with smoking cessation. You get the entire program from start to finish, because I don't want you just to know how to do what I do. I want you to get the results that I'm getting. 100% referral, $600 a client, thriving as a hypnotist, because when you're thriving, that's going to give you the resources and the time to innovate yourself, to bring on new ideas, techniques to help other people in other ways, to write a book, to teach classes yourself in other areas. So that's my mission, is to help hypnotists thrive.
Okay, and it seems like with that, look at that smile, just that great smile you got. And, you got the teeth showing.
They can't see you smiling when you're talking because the camera goes over to you.
No, I'm doing it manually.
Oh, okay.
That's great. It's like I can't tell which is shiny, your teeth or the top of your head.
I hate it when
I like it. Yeah, I was going to ask about the conference. If you can give a little more detail. So it's a 3-day post conference, right?
Correct. So that's the 29th to the 31st of August, 2016.
Perfect. See, because we're already in 2016, so it makes sense. Hypnothoughts is the 24th to the 26th to the 28th, I think.
Yeah.
So it's August 26th to 28th. So everybody, if you go to htlive.net, you can check out all of the post conferences, pre conferences, and if you go to Ken Guzzo, htlive.com.
KenGuzzo HT Live.com.
Cool, you can get all the information there. Now, is it? I don't know if you can tell my audience. Can you kind of give them a breakdown of what you're going to go through on each individual day? Just a brief kind of breakdown.
Well, yes, I can. First and foremost, we're going to be practicing every single day. There are some algorithms that you need to learn in the neurological tapping process that we're going to be covering every single day, because that's the part you need to have down cold. The day one, you're going to see a live client become a non-smoker. I've got a wonderful track record with all the volunteers that have come to become non-smokers. They're all, virtually all of them are non-smokers, with the exception of one person who came in just off of a spiritual retreat, and she was filled with frog poison venom or something, and she was just it was some sort of hallucinogenic, so that caused her to behave a little bit there. This was not in the U.S. This was somewhere else. But other than that, we had to do a backup session on her, and she did great. But the clients have all done a wonderful job. So we're going to get a client in on day one and another client in on day 3. And on day 1, it's going to get your head around the entire process from start to finish. On day 3, it's going to be a completely different come from, because when you see it on day 3, you're going to be understanding the subtle nuances of why this happens this way, and say, "Oh, I got it. That's why that fits in there like that." So seeing it twice is really powerful. But mostly practice on all 3 days.
Excellent. And what is the, if you don't mind me asking, what does it normally cost?
The normal price I've charged for this is $6,000. That sounds like a lot of money, and it is. But I'm teaching people how, when you compare that to a doctorate degree, like what would you pay for an education that's going to earn you $600 per hour? This is a few days and nothing. So in that case, your first 10 clients pays for this entire process, and you're earning a six-figure income thereafter. With the 40% discount I'm offering to hypnothoughts that I offered last year, and I'm extending it, regardless of which class you come to, I'm not going to charge more because you saw me in Sacramento. So everyone for the whole year is also getting the 40% discount. Your first 6 clients are going to pay for everything. If you can't get 6 clients to come see you to quit smoking, they're everywhere. 1 in 5 people smoke in California. 1 in 4 smoke in the rest of the country. They're everywhere. You get a few people in, 3 people in for the next 2 weeks. Your session, your program's paid for, and then you're earning that money for yourself, no strings attached, for the rest of your life or the rest of your career.
Excellent. So so is there any what's it called, early birds?
There is an early bird. For people who haven't registered for hypnothoughts, I'll cover the registration.
Here's my face of excitement and shock. Oh, trying to go for the
yes.
Here, you do your version. Let me see. What's your version of the? You do your. Oh, what's your version? I think your version might come out a little bit better. You're a little more theatric.
Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah. That's way better. Have you ever done theater?
Actually, that's I'm kind of embarrassed to say. I did when I was in school. That's what I wanted. I wanted to go into that.
A thespian?
Not a thespian, but I wanted to be up on stage or in movies, and that's what I wanted to do. And I was from Canada, and once I finished school, I said I don't want to do cattle calls, and I don't want to wait on tables, and I don't want to starve. So I went into business for myself, and I got to be at the front of the room, but I got to be teaching something of substance that people benefit from. And so I've kind of let that part go by the wayside until last year at Hypnothoughts, when I was asked by Scott Sandlin and Richard Clark to do the comedy stage show, not the stand-up comedy show on the Friday night. And I said, well, why are you asking me? There's all these entertainers out there. Why don't you pick one of them? And they said, you're funny, so we want you up there. And so I wrote a comedy routine and went up, and it was so much fun that Friday night. So I feel like I'm being pulled out into this world in a lot of directions that I wasn't expecting.
I'm so bummed I did not see it. I think so me and my girlfriend, she hears hypnosis enough as is home. So when we go to Vegas, she's okay. She knows I'm doing classes. I do that every day, and then we might do like a stage show one night. But she's like, "Look, we need to have some alone time. We can't do it just hypnosis 24/7."
All right, we can do. Okay, no, okay. I'm not even going to go into your alone time. You can do what you like.
Oh no. Like, hey babe, guess what he just told me? No,
but if you want to see that, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Ken Guzzo comedy, you'll see it. I posted it up on YouTube. It was really fun.
What's the YouTube? I think I've heard of it. It's what those kids are using now, right?
Yeah, those young ones got weird ideas.
Yeah, using those genius phones and all that weird stuff. Yeah, it actually took me a long time to get in the whole using smartphones. I actually had a customer. I had a little junky flip phone. I was sitting at work playing with it, and this lady, it's probably like 3 years ago, this lady came in and just laughed. It was laughing in my face. She's like, what is that thing? I'm like, I was embarrassed. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to upgrade. I'm a technology guy. I have to upgrade. I was going to say, what are some of the common problems you get with smokers, or some of their common fears? Like one for me that I think I had for a while is, in my case, let me see, I can switch it to me. One fear I had, and I think a lot of smokers have, is they see a cigarette almost like a friend. It's somebody that's been with them their whole life. And for me, I think I've had a history where anytime I have quit smoking, if I find myself once in a while having a dream that I've smoked, and I wake up freaking out. Is that something common you've seen, and how do you help to mitigate that?
Oh, yeah, that's a very common one. So, if someone says that to me, I'll take out their cigarette and I'll set it on my desk. I say, so that's your best friend. Really? You realize that's shredded tobacco wrapped in paper. You set it on fire and you throw it away. It's incapable of love or affection. I say, yeah, I know that, but it feels like my best friend. I said, that's right, it feels like it. Because what got programmed into the act of smoking was the feeling that you had when you were with your friends. Back in high school on that summer night under a bridge, and you're lighting up a cigarette, and there's no responsibility, no care in the world, and someone's going through a divorce, and so this is just a constant represents a time in their life when they had those friends around. So the feelings they had when they were with their friends got cross-wired and associated with the cigarette, but it's not real. The truth is, when they're smoking a cigarette, their friends aren't there. They're standing out in the rain and the cold outside by themselves while everyone else is inside. So there's a lot of misconceptions that people have. And after seeing 5,000 clients who are smokers, I've heard a lot of them. Every once in a while I get a new one, which really is wonderful because I get surprised. But by and large, I've for the first 5 years of my career, I never met another hypnotist. All I did was help people stop smoking every day, 8 clients a day, 5 days a week, and I just ran this tightrope. And so there were some good things and bad things about that. The good thing about that was that I really began to understand all the nuances of smokers and what they come in with, what their fears are, and also the fears of people who are trying hypnosis for the first time. Typically, smokers are a different breed of people. They're not new agey. They're not into alternative modalities of treatment. They're not necessarily even health conscious for the most part either. So when they come to see us as hypnotists, it's really as a last resort. Now, the great thing about most of my clients is they've been referred by 2 or 3 people to come in and see me, and they finally come in to see me. They know that it's worked for the people that they know. So a lot of they still come in very skeptical, but their belief system is being messed with already, and it's really easy to tip them over the rest of the way. But for the people who are taking this class, I'm going to show you how to market yourself and how to very quickly turn your practices into a 100% referral practice, which is not going to cost you anything, so it's a 100% profit walking through your door, and B, also very important, is it raises the success rate when your clients are coming in knowing that their friend has already, and guess what, they're not shopping around for someone that's $50 cheaper than you. When they come in to see you, they want the person who helped their friend and their brother and their sister-in-law quit smoking.
Word of mouth advertising is the best form of advertising.
That's right.
Let's see. One thing I've been doing with, there it goes, the broken cigarette. And I'm sure you do that. You actually do that for your clients. You actually break it and throw it away in front of them, right?
No, I don't do the violence.
Okay, you don't go the full way. You don't sit there and pew pew pew.
No, and you know what? I don't use any fear tactics either because they know all that stuff already.
Yeah,
it's a very soft sell, and it's largely it's about, hey, those things are really expensive, aren't they? They said, yeah, and they realize it's costing them, even at a pack a day in California, $5 a pack is $2,000 a year.
That is cheap compared to here. It's $12 over here.
Yes, that's similar to what it is in Canada. So they're saying, well, do you think our market could bear the type of prices you're charging? I said, are you kidding me? It's $5 a pack in California. You guys are paying $10, $12, $13 a pack. You could be charging way more than me.
Oh, it's expensive.
But you've got to have that 90, 95% success rate, because if you're getting 50, 60, 70% and you're charging that type of a fee, you're going to get a lot of negative reviews online, and you can't afford to have that reputation. I've got a fantastic online reputation because I can back up my claims. And when you learn this process, I'm going to teach you methodically, step by step, what to do from start to finish, from the moment you make first contact with a client till there's somewhere far beyond the horizon after they've left your office. All of it is important. And when you learn the proper steps to be successful, your clients are going to have incredible results, and you're going to benefit financially and your heart too, knowing that you're making such a positive difference in the world.
Your heart's not. Wait, okay, let's try this. I think your heart is here to the left. Unless, wait, are Canadian hearts directly in center?
No, it's from the planet I'm from originally.
Okay, that would make sense. Okay, so let's do a quick rundown. So, Hypnothoughts Live. Oh, I just forgot that again. It's the August 26th, 27th, and 28th, right?
Correct, Amundo.
And your website is kenguzzo.htlive.net. It's KENGUZZO.htlive.net.
.com.
.com, my bad. .com.
And my business website is nonsmokingcenter.com. It is not very flashy. It needs to be updated, but it nets me all kinds of dollars. So it doesn't need to be flashy. And I am updating it this year because it's time. But most of my smokers who come in are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. They don't care about the latest and greatest website. As a matter of fact, it would be intimidating to them. They care about the results. So it does need to be updated. I'm updating it this year, but that's not as important as the results you get with your clients.
God, it almost seems like you got that website with a free version of the AOL browser.
It's a GoDaddy from 2005.
Okay, that makes sense.
2006, yeah.
Okay, so give them the price that it normally costs, and then give them the Macaulay Culkin bonus, early bird special.
Okay, the regular price of my smoking cessation certification is $6,000. You're getting a 40% discount. That's $3,600, and that's and you won't be home alone. You'll be your office will be packed. Your first 6 clients are going to pay for all of it, and I'm going to show you not just the hypnosis techniques. I'm going to show you all my protocols, how they work, why they work. We're going to tie everything together, get all your questions. That's what I'm going to show you, the marketing, the practice management to build a 100% referral practice, charging $595 or higher per session.
You know, if push comes to shove, let's say if it takes you a little longer to get your clients, you're still getting half of the money back. 6 clients is not hard.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some of my clients will charge half price on their first few clients. Great. So it'll cost you your first 12 clients. It's still, I mean, the experience of when you start saving lives and you're getting the emails that I get, the Facebook posts, the phone calls, you're going to get new clients. You know, I just got one from a woman and her husband, Marg and Steve from Perth, Australia. And on her birthday, she sent me a Facebook post. We've been non-smokers for 9 years. Thank you. You saved our lives. I mean,
were they on vacation?
No, we met in Panama City, Panama. I was speaking at a conference there, and in my introduction, they mentioned that I help people stop smoking. There were 7 people lined up right after my talk. They all wanted to quit smoking, and it was really funny because I was supposed to be laying by the pool the next day. But these people wanted their lives changed. I was going to say no. So instead of laying by the pool, soaking up the sun, I said, okay, we're going to do one after another. Your first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And I saw smokers all day the next day, and they became non-smokers. And the staff from the hotel loved it because I always have people bring their final pack and throw it into a pile. I got a bin with 4,000 packs of cigarettes just piled high, overflowing everywhere. It's really hilarious, but a great, awesome. A great thing. So these people came through duty free, so they didn't have a pack to give away. They had a carton and a half each, and they just got stacked up just alongside the garbage bin in my hotel room. So I'm sure the staff loved me when I checked out.
Oh yeah, they're like, "Ooh, dirty smoker." So to end fairly soon, one thing I like to do with my podcast lately, I actually kind of took a hint from the Hypno Store. You know, the Sundays at the end they have somebody do a hypnosis session.
Okay.
Would you be game for that? I'm like me. I love going to trance. I go into trance pretty easy. If you would like to just do an on-the-fly hypnosis session.
Oh, okay. So put your hand flat on your table in front of you. Mm-hmm. Okay. And See my finger?
Yep.
Follow this finger. And count with me back from 5. 5.
4, 5.
3, 5.
3,
yeah, you're already
5.
there. Sleep!
Great. I had a feeling something like that was happening. Oh, yeah, everybody, get to HypnoThoughts. And to say that real quick, we haven't mentioned anything about HypnoThoughts. What's your view of HypnoThoughts, Ben?
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Awesome. It's awesome. There's a reason that they've grown and doubled in size every year.
Almost triple, I think.
Okay. Well, at least double.
Yeah, at least double.
They gone from 300 to 600 last year, 650 or something like that. So more than doubled every year. And there's a reason for that. And I think Scott and Richard and staff have set an awesome tone. It's really much more open, less cliquey. The speakers are very generous with their ideas and their time compared to some other conferences I've seen. So there's a reason that it's growing so rapidly. And I hope that continues as more and more people come in from other conferences. They adapt to what they've created in this conference rather than bringing some of that older culture where, you make the hypnotists jump through hoops. And, I don't need to get into that. But
we know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's a wonderful conference. The speakers are world class. It's almost impossible to make a bad choice on whose courses you attend. It's just wonderful, wonderful. It's my favorite conference for hypnosis that's ever been created.
My only problem with HypnoThoughts, one, it only happens once a year, and the fact that it's hard. There's so many good talks. Like, I'll see one, I'm like, oh yes, I'm going. And then I look, and as soon as I see one talk, I should just not look at the schedule, because then I see another classes on the same time. I'm like, oh, choices. Yeah,
you got to decide. That's the thing. But you can get the audio and listen to them after the fact. That's true.
Oh, definitely. I like being up close.
Of course. Big difference between being there, seeing it live, experiencing it, and listening to the audio after the fact. But, yeah.
It's funny, the past 6 months or 5 or 6 months since the conference, I've had a couple more like nightmares that I'm in Vegas, and I'm like, oh my God, the conference is happening right now. I've had dreams where I'm like, the conference is happening. I'm either in Vegas, I'm not aware of it, or I'm at home and I'm like scrambling to get ready. Then I wake up, I'm like, oh, good, I got half a year left still. Oh, I cannot wait to see everybody again. The one thing I like about HypnoThoughts, it's like a big family. Everybody has a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see everyone back there again. So look forward to seeing you all back in Vegas in August, everyone. And consider taking my class. If you have any questions about the post-conference I'm offering, please email me, phone me, ken at kenguzzo.com. Phone me 1-800-635-8150.
The man has spoken, and I will. I like that little head nod. Yeah. So everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to switch to my mug for a second. Thank you for tuning in. Go to all the websites, share this podcast, and I will see you in Vegas. Aloha.